so bright. We will see. We are live. I tried to put on the second camera. It's really shitty in this one. So, photo it is. Hello. How is everyone? Yeah, I tried. I failed. That's life. Yeah, just... Oh, I didn't realize that was already a minute. Do you like the BGM today? We have wind chimes, a river. Hopefully it can cover up the sounds of my fangs. Supposedly there's a storm that's brewing in the background, but I'm not hearing the storm. It's just wind. And all of those. While eating now, it's a mukbang. It's part of the... It's... The eating sound is my fangs. My fangs has always been on display. There shall be no covering up the fangs. Oh wait, I'm not in view. Let me just find... Was it here? Hello. We are live. Good time zone, everyone. Is it alright like this, or do you want me in my spoopy version? Cause I can do this too. Oh yeah, maybe I can. Wait, I forgot what the... How do I sit down again? You fold your legs and then you sit your butt down. Okay, maybe that worked. Is just a little rain sitting on a chair, hoping the internet does not fail me again. Yeah, no, I can't sit in the spooky version. We'll keep this one then. Must headbutt. Oh no. I wonder if the headbutt will work in this one. I forget. Oh, it does. Thank you for the headbutts. It does reveal what the estimated size is. Okay. Now we shall... The smell of the food is distracting me though. I'ma have a bite. I wonder how sensitive this is. Did you see the cookies? I replenished my cookie supply. I have 2 bananas. Oh yeah, we should put it. It's gonna be big or no? Food. I put it on desktop. Show it. It's fake. Excuse me while I struggle with OBS. I swear I've been streaming for like more than a year. How do we have this? Is it like that? It's just gonna be it's just gonna be food and here. Oh no, my hair is covering it up. Move it? There, maybe? Left top corner. Oh, we can. Oh no. I do not understand how snap works. There you go. Maybe, possibly. If I use the buttons, would it work? Yes, the first part of every just chatting stream is just gonna be me struggling with my devices. There you go. Hi, Reeker. Good evening. Okay, wait. The message should be moved a bit. No, not that one. What message? Okay. What y'all wanna read first? This is a mukbang stream. Wait, it's not obvious in the labels. Mukbang? Mukbang. In spooks. In read spooks. There. Yay. Okay. So we have an option between Lovecraft short stories and SCP Foundation entries. Both are things that I like, and we've had a Lovecraft read along last time and it was a whisper stream. What do you mean cursed plushie? There is no curse here, only blessings. last storytelling stream, we were whispering the entire time. This time I don't have to whisper, so you won't miss portions of the story. Trust. There's gonna be eating sounds there. Where did my... I'm using a toothpick to eat, and it's making it a bit harder. Is it gonna be rude if I eat close to the microphone? I don't know. We can just choose a random one. If it's the SCP, it's a number between 1 and 8,000. So, 8. No, it's 1 to 8,000. 1 to 9,000. There's a lot of stories in there. Also, my screen is right in front of me, so you know how bright or dark my screen is, because my face is gonna be reflecting the light. So excuse me if it changes all the time. What do you mean, Rigger? It's called mood lighting. Okay, what do we want? The thing was, I don't know if anyone was like uncomfortable with how racist Lovecraft was. So, the more open solution is to read the SCP ones, but we can take breaks between SCPs with a Lovecraft short. How about that? Would that be amenable to everyone? Is that okay? Oh. The lemonade is freshly squeezed lemons. Is that from ancient times? Which ones? The Lovecraft is around. When is it? Let's see. When did Lovecraft die? H.P. Lovecraft. Why do I not see your life and death? Okay. Died 1937. So the stories are set before 1937, between 1890 and 1937. Oh yeah, the Whisper String. Yeah, because we read Lovecraft stories. Stories, plural. There's two of them that day. And this time we're gonna be reading on SCPs and Lovecraft stories. Anyone wants to contribute a number between 1 and 9,000 for our first SCP read along story? Or do I summon Google randomizer? 6969. Okay, that's excellent. An excellent start to our stream. Okay, let me just put it on the level. SCP 6969. Nice. Okay. 69. No, this is 5. Wait. 6. Please, don't tell me you're all so straight-laced that you don't have 6969. I'm pretty sure you have. I found it. 6969. Of course. Here you go. There you go. It's a very, very red page, as you can see from the light reflected upon my face. Okay, we are ready. My ball is covering up the drop frames rate, so I wouldn't know if I got disconnected. Should all inform me. Dynamic lighting. Okay. Ahem. We shall start. This is SCP-6969. The joke is sex. Okay. By order of the Overseer Council. The fights have high opinion foreigners, yes. That's true. Cause Lovecraft is... it's very... oh my, scandalous. For those who don't know, SCP entries are put in a case file format. So we're gonna pretend to be serious right now. Oops. Okay. By order of the Overseer Council, the following file has been locked due to repeated malicious external and internal attempts to make edits to the documentation. The purpose of these attacks are not currently known. Proceed with caution. Access file. Access granted. Item number 6969. Level number 5. Top secret. Containment class Keter. Disruption class pending. Risk class pending. Level number 5. We're gonna have that kind of mood to entire 6969 entry, won't we? Special containment procedures. Due to the inherent nature of the anomalous activation conditions within human biology, SCP-6969 cannot be contained at this time. Efforts are directed towards nullifying the thaumaturgical activation of SCP-6969 on a global scale via application of the thaumaturgical interpolator termination string, or TITS. Regardless, as SCP-6969's effects are self-censoring and global neutralization would be immensely costly, this is considered a low priority. Access to this file is restricted to individuals with Level 5/6969 clearance to prevent panic amongst wider Foundation personnel. Due to the large amount of individuals attempting to access this file for unknown reasons, editing the file has been locked. Love tits. And required O5 or research lead credentials. Description: SCP-6969 is the designation of a thaumaturgic biological process which occurs during ejaculation. When a human being attempts to discharge, whether during the process of intercourse or more commonly not, a series of internal thaumaturgic processes occur within the individual's genitalia, affecting the entire body. Ricker, be serious! Over the duration of approximately 2 seconds, the affected subject will enter and experience a causal time loop, repeatedly beginning at the moment of ejaculation and lasting a short period of time. No changes to the subject's physiology are preserved between time loops, save for 2 factors: 1. The activity of the nervous system, and 2. Sperm's genetic composition where applicable. Upon conclusion of an unknown number of repetitions, the causal time loop ceases, and a secondary thaumaturgic effect activates. The secondary effect resets the nervous system to the state it was when the time loop began, allowing for the seamless transition between pre- and post-orgasm states by resetting memory. Following this, anomalous activity relating to SCP-6969 ceases. Research suggests that affected subjects may experience a subjective time of anywhere from 16 days to roughly 73 quintillion years every ejaculation. Addendum 1. Test log. Subject designation D652589. Side note everyone. Subjects and researchers have different designations. If their designation number has a D in front of it, they are the disposable members of the Foundation. Usually they are like death row prisoners and people who are more disposable. So D is for disposable. Subject designation D652589. Subject sex male. Testing location. Hi, Kapeng. Yeah, so they're the like human test subjects, human lab rats. The Foundation can experiment on them. Testing location: specialized testing chamber, male 2841. Procedure: a counter spell on the secondary thaumaturgic process was activated on day 652589. The subject was instructed to masturbate, which was performed without complication. Result: immediate liquefaction of subject's nervous system. Analysis of subject's ejaculate confirmed changes to genetic material. Spooky BGM. Do we need it? We have nature BGM. Is it now working? Oh no, Spoopy. Subject designation D87135. Yes, I called you BGM. Testing location: specialized testing chamber, male 2841. Procedure: a specialized thaumaturgic spell is placed upon D87135, which modifies the SCP-6969 process, allowing for the entire body to be preserved between time loops. Subject was informed and consented to the experiment prior and was instructed to masturbate. Result: subject immediately disintegrates. The most dangerous climax ever. Subject designation: D05370 and D908707. Subject sex: male and female. Testing location: Specialized Testing Chamber Mu-2841. Procedure: subjects were previously married and were reported to possess unresolved sexual tension in D-class holding areas. Man. Both were informed of the nature of the experiment and begrudgingly agreed. D05370 was thaumaturgically modified to retain memories of their experience during SCP-6969. D908707 was not modified. Both were non-invasively recorded during the process. Result: D05370 became comatose and D908707 became immensely distressed and uncooperative. Latter amnesticized, former is in medical wing pending termination order. Hello, gamer. Did we not have the sound alerts on? After this, all testing halted by order of the Ethics Committee. Hello. Addendum 2. Note from the head researcher. Ow. When I began working on SCP-6969, I initially tackled it with the idea that this was a malicious force I was working against. I think, in one way or another, we all believed that this anomaly was evil, or created by something evil, to do evil upon us. How many anomalies were the result of eldritch horrors, right? Surely this must be one of them. But as I stand here before my research and the evidence piles on my desk, I have to conclude that the theme we're seeing isn't a malicious force, it's a natural one. The process of evolution is one which is cobbled together from random happenstance. Genes change at complete random, and anything which is potentially beneficial or at least not harmful gets passed down. All those which are harmful get killed off. It's brutal and messy, but it works, just barely. And the theory goes, SCP-6969 is a result of just one of those many evolutionary happy little accidents which may help pass on some genes. SCP-6969, as we know, changes the genetic material of the sperm released during ejaculation. Happy little accidents. From what we can tell, it also burns a significant amount of unhealthy specimens and increases sperm count in general. All signs point to it having simply evolved over the course of our species' lifespans, creating vastly improved genetic material in a tiny time span. When SCP-6969 first came into existence, there may have been a significant amount of casualties by people who experienced it without the secondary effects, until one person evolved the ability to reset the nervous system and SCP-6969 simultaneously. Any descendants of theirs not up to par were killed off in the process of natural selection. There is perhaps one hypothesis of a colleague of mine which I am too afraid to admit may be true. From the complexity of SCP-6969, we can place the approximate period from where it evolved, and it appears as though the time corresponds directly with the development of higher intelligence in human species. As if to make matters worse, the hypothesis goes on to state that without SCP-6969, the genetic makeup of humans may become significantly more unstable, resulting in very high birth defect rates and fatal mutations. I cannot fathom a world of such suffering, where we are conceived in such brutal conditions, made to endure such horrors, and die an eventual meaningless death. Sex is a joke, and we're the punchline. Following this, head researcher Nathan Brown was disciplined for adding unprofessional personal anecdotes to the official SCP files. What? What the heck, man? So when you climax, if your genes are bad, you're gonna die. I feel like we're in a time loop. No, that means that we're still fine. If you climax and you're still alive, that means you passed SCP-6969's test. Your genes are okay. Imagine one person climaxes and had to reset for 1,000,000,000 years. Because they needed mutations to be fixed. That's right, people. Edge to it. There's something there, but it's Keter, so I don't know. Cause if it's kinda safe, it should be containment class Euclid. That was fun. Yes, it's not spoopy. It's just evolution. It's natural, guys. Climax and live is not evil. Okay. Do we want another SCP one? Before we go to one Lovecraft one. Yeah. Ricker, do you have a suggestion or do we randomize? Right. Let me go back one 420, okay. SCP 420. Oh, this is a bright page. The next bit. Which is it? Right. Is it here? No, it should be this one. Let's see the subtitle of 0420. Yeah, wait. 0420. Ah, here it is. The food is going well. I may not have drained the oil enough because I'm feeling my mouth is like oily now. Wait, let me just change the. We are on off 420. There you go. The next SCP we're gonna look at today is SCP-420, also known as the aggressive skin condition. Wow, yummy. Yeah. Item number SCP-420. Object class safe. If it's safe, guys, it means it's like it's a weird item, but it's not gonna kill anyone. Go get your own snacks. Okay, object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-420 is said to be contained in a storage locker 1014-420 at site. I don't have my soundboard right now. I removed it, so I don't have the sensor button. Oh. Storage locker 1014-420 at site Beep. Censored. Level 3 clearance is required to remove it from storage. Samples of SCP-420-1 not in use for testing should be stored in the container marked SCP-420-1-Decon in Locker 1014-420 until they lose potency, at which time they can be disposed of as biohazardous liquid waste. Please make note of the time and date in the attached log when samples of SCP-420-1 are added to the Decon container. Decon, decontamination. Okay, next is those infected with SCP-420-2 are non-contagious. It should be contained in standard solitary D-class secure confinement. On reaching Phase 3, infectees' rations should be doubled. Phase 4 infectees should be kept under constant surveillance for signs of advancement to Phase 6, in which case the infected must be destroyed by high-temperature incineration. What the heck? If you reach Phase 6 of this disease, you must be burnt to the ground. Description: SCP-420 is a dirty bottle of Beep brand whiskey with no lid. When emptied, a small amount of whiskey-like liquid, SCP-420-1, remains in the bottle, appearing as liquid adhering to the sides. This liquid pulls back into a few milliliters of SCP-420-1 over time. Drinking SCP-420-1 will cause SCP-420-2, a non-fatal but consuming degeneration and mutation of skin and keratinous tissue, which is hair, fingernails, etc., in the infected. Cases of SCP-420-2 should be contained for further study. Early cases can be treated. See the treatment below. SCP-420-2 has only been shown to affect humans. SCP-420 cannot be washed out. Liquid added in turns into SCP-420-1. When poured out, SCP-420-1 retains its properties for up to 48 hours. Chemical analysis shows no anomalies in SCP-420-1 before or after loss of potency. It is identical to Beep brand whiskey when potent and has all the same effects in addition to causing SCP-420-2. When it loses its potency, the chemical structure changes to that of concentrated urine. Oh my god, I'm eating! Urinalysis of decontaminated SCP-420 -1 shows that it belongs to a human male, approximately age 50, with severe liver degeneration. Further analysis using Beep shows that the urine contains trace quantities of data expunged, consistent with SCP Beep. I need a beep button. Research shows data expunged. SCP-420-2's infection progress varies somewhat from patient to patient, but can be described in several phases. Detailed descriptions of therapeutic purposes can be found in Medical Document 420A-4. Brief descriptions for containment purposes follow. Phase 1. Immediately to 12 hours after consuming SCP-420-1, the infected's mouth becomes dry and swollen, leading to slurred speech. Note that the slurred speech is not consistent with intoxication. Recording 420-C-004 contains a comparison of speech patterns resulting from intoxication compared with SCP-420-2. Within 24 hours of consuming SCP-420-1, the infected's finger and toenails become extremely brittle, cracking up the finger and bleeding. Fingernail growth is at the same time accelerated. Ingrown nails are an inevitability. Infection of these ingrown nails and open sores is identical to uninfected subjects. The infected hair exhibits similar properties. That's phase 1. Phase 2, 1 to 2 weeks after phase 1. The infected skin becomes brittle and dry, cracking and sloughing off. Like nails and hair, growth is also accelerated, replacing lost tissue and growing more in heavy, thick folds. Genetic analysis of keratinocytes shows mutations similar to skin cancer. The tissue undergoes additional vascularization similar to cancer cell metastasis. Though apparently cancerous, the cells have not shown a tendency for detachment. Oh yeah? Question. What's your question? Okay, so far what do we know? SCP-420 is just a brand of whiskey, yes? But if you drink it all up, if it's gone, if you pour it out, what is left is 420, and then if you add any other fluid in it, it's gonna turn into more 420-1. And when you pour it out, when it's not in the bottle anymore, the thing left in the bottle is, or like the thing that is put on a different container, will be potent for 12 hours? Was it 12 hours? Let's see. No. 48 hours. It's gonna be potent for 48 hours. And then, during that time, it can turn people infected. But after... Hi, Hira! After the potency, so after 48 hours that you remove the liquid from the bottle, it becomes non-infectious. Like it doesn't infect you anymore, but then it becomes the urine sample of a 50-year-old man. So when it's not expired, it's whiskey, but after it expires, it becomes pee. And if you drink the unexpired one, you get infected. To add liquid to the whiskey after its result become 420-1. No, 420-2 is what you call the people who got infected. Or it's the infection. 420-2 is the infection that is caused by result of ingesting 420-1 or coming into contact with 420-1. Yeah. It's all jargony. So we can it's okay to like discuss what it meant. I like that part. Because I wanna like understand what I mean. So sometimes we need to chew on the words a bit further. So some guy, yeah, it's the fluid, the whiskey, quote unquote whiskey, is 420-1. 420 is the bottle, the one without the extra number. Yeah, after 48 hours it becomes that's unfortunate. I guess the infected people don't know. Cause like, oh yeah, we haven't reached that part. It's fermenting eternally, yes. No matter how you pour out the fluids, there's gonna be still some drops left inside. And if you try to clean it out by pouring water into it, the water becomes more of the fluid. Let's see if it can be broken though. So phase 2 is... Okay, phase 1, you sound and look like you're drunk. Phase 2, you end up growing like skin folds and stuff, like you got cancer. And your nails and hair grow faster? Is it like you're turning into a, like, how do you call it? It's like an alcoholic and a severe case of alcoholism or something. And then infected show the complete disregard of what they eat. The majority of SCP-420-2 infectees die due to malnutrition and food poisoning, infection of open wounds, or alcohol poisoning from overconsumption of 420-1 in this or earlier phases. Phase 3, 3 to 6 weeks after Phase 2, this is a month and a half. The infected loses innervation of the skin and other keratinous surfaces, so they don't feel it anymore. Genetic analysis of skin samples from this time shows mutations in keratinocytes so severe that no longer resemble human DNA. Also, the quote-unquote skin cancer becomes so bad that the DNA of the extra skin folds are not human anymore. Though individual samples suggest the mutations are random, analysis of samples from different infectees shows a consistent mutational path leading to a final genotype with relatively little variation. In other words, the skin of the infected is a different organism entirely, possibly a different species related only to other infected skin. At this stage, tumors may form inside the skin layer. Oh no, something bad is happening. Analogous to several types of tissue, including muscle and secretory cells. Also at this stage, the skin slows its cracking and falling apart, although it never stops entirely. It becomes a thick series of leathery folds with exposed blood tissue underneath. Fingernails and hair grow out from the skin at apparently random locations. Dang, you're growing nails everywhere. Yeah. Because looking as if you're drunk 24/7 is not bad enough. There are nails and hair growing all over the place. Okay. Phase 4. Okay, so Phase 4 to Phase 6 is the one where the researchers decide whether you need to be killed or not. Okay. Oh wait, not killed. Terminated. We have nice terms for it. Terminated. The infected may be terminated upon decision of the ethics committee or something. Okay. 1 week after Phase 3, the skin begins to twitch and writhe on its own. Hasta la vista. In apparently random patterns. Oh no, it's becoming alive. Differentiated tumors develop into whole surfaces of contractile and other tissues. Small throats begin to form, leading from the outside of the skin to the circulation of the host, but are mainly non-functional at this point. The host mouth still does most of the eating, although the host itself does not appear to be eating now. The mouth is instead working on its own. CAT scans of the host's brain activity show panic and fear, as the only dominant thoughts and motor groups in the jaw muscle area are not recruited. Rather, chewing and swallowing are forced by the motions of the mutated skin. Guys, Phase 4 is you go and form mouths on the rest of your body. You're just a mass of mouths now. Phase 5. 1 to 2 days after Phase 4. Because it's faster. Phase 4 and Phase 5 may overlap significantly, with different portions of the skin entering Phase 5 faster than the others. Chew on their own, yes, with no command from your brain. Guys, don't drink whiskey that you don't know where they came from. When you drink booze, make sure you know where it had come from. The twitching, writhing skin activity gives way to organized motion. Organized motion? The skin can now be considered a separate organism from the host. It moves the body like a puppet and exhibits extremely rudimentary intelligence. It is a scavenger organism and opportunistic predator. The skin digests food by excreting a clear enzymaceous fluid onto proposed food, leaving it to digest and then folding the food into itself. Amoeba? Your skin has become amoeba, and it has a life of its own now. You're just there for the ride. Ingested food is taken into folds lined with thick, heavy hairs and keratinous plates leading down into the throat. Inside this mouth, a grinding net of keratinous plates break down the food, which is then filtered and absorbed into the host blood. Activity scans of the brain show many hosts at this stage have gone insane. Some, however, seem relatively calm and are processing input from eyes and ears normally. Phase 6. Most of the infected remain at Phase 5 indefinitely. The trigger which causes a shift into Phase 6 is unknown. The skin begins rapidly growing hair and keratinous teeth, increasing in mass, and data expunged. Infected patients who appear to be entering Phase 6 should be destroyed immediately by total incineration. Something really truly bad happened in Phase 6 that they had to hide the information and also make the decision that if you reach Phase 6, you dead. We're gonna flamethrower you. Treatment. SCP-420-2 can be treated in Phase 1 by aggressive radiation and chemotherapy, coupled with constant intravenous administration of formula 420-A09T-T174B. See medical document 420A-4 for pharmaceutical and chemical properties and therapy description. This treatment has 73% success rate, or the full removal of SCP-420-2 and 21% fatality. From Phase 2 onward, constant administration of the chemical will slow the progression by 2 to 10-fold, but rarely removes it entirely. Success rate of full removal by about 25% per day after the onset of Phase 2. Oh, drops by 25% per day. Oh man, that's difficult. Additionally, 420-A09T-T174B appears to be at least part of the trigger to entering Phase 6. 420-A09T-T174B treatment should be halted in Phase 5. Recovery log 420. So, this is where we know how the SCP found the bottle, the item. SCP-420 was found in the possession of an unidentified vagrant in so it's a homeless person. They found him with the bottle in United Kingdom. Agents had been sent to investigate reports of a bridge troll, which was revealed to be the aforementioned vagrant in Phase 5 SCP-420-2. The vagrant's skin appeared to be using SCP-420 to create and drink SCP-420-1 constantly through its mouth. Although his primary sustenance came via refuse, local pets, and redacted. The vagrant was collected and designated SCP-420-A. SCP-420-A perished during experimentation on beep, beep, 2010, and was incinerated after autopsy. Footnotes. Research is still underway as to why these cells, though phenotypically cancerous, remain non-malignant. Those with appropriate qualifications who are interested in joining this project should contact me, Dr. Urson. Yeah, it's a bottle of the brand something. They removed the brand. So yeah, sorry, I bumped the microphone. It's a bottle of whiskey, one particularly dirty bottle of whiskey that they found being used by a homeless person who is at phase 5 of the sickness. And the person was using the bottle to make more of the whiskey for them to drink. Controlled, you know. Why is it familiar? I think I may have heard of it. Is it like an alien and then you control the alien but it infects the people around it or something? Is it that? I don't remember. Agents for the Paranormal? Maybe yes. Maybe it's based on SCP. So, the object class is safe because as long as you keep the bottle away from people, there should be no adverse effects. So they just keep it in a locker. So that's it. That's 420. Should we have a Lovecraft story before we move on to the next SCP? Or do we want one more SCP? Yeah, it's fun. I've been reading SCP since I was in high school right now. I was in college, I think. Oh, that's good. First. Yeah, there was. You need to check it every time. Was it that game? Had a guy assigned to watch it in shift. Oh wait, so it's a different one? Because I remember a game where I watched a playthrough and there you were like checking on the anomalous, on the weird objects one by one to make sure that they are still where they should be. Or is that Containment Breach? SCP Containment Breach? I can't remember. Anyway, do we want one more SCP or Lovecraft? I'm burping. There are many like similar things and some of them became really popular. Action game, you play as a woman who arrive at the place and chosen as the new director for the place. Previous one is dead. The place is under attack by some weird presence known as the Noise or something. Yeah. Captain, do you have a number? An SCP number you want? Oh yeah, okay. Captain, you pick a number. From 1 to 9,000. To be fair, some of the most popular ones are within the first 3,000. Cause yeah, we already did 69, and then also 420. Wait, is Captain like muted? Are you like working or no? Anyone else have a number you wanna read through? Or should we get one of the more popular ones? If Captain doesn't have a number, we'll go for a popular one. Now let me just try to remember which ones are popular. Let's see. Let's go for this. There are let's see. Let's go for what is this? Nah. That's a bit too. I was going at the top rated pages and they're very long. Wait, let me see. Is this? Oh. No. Not that one. Da. I'm just like browsing through the list. Oh, how about we have the entirety because it's on a reading app. I have that is the collection of all their things. So we have about 30 of them. About 30 or something. We got the... What did we read? Colorado Spice and the Cats of Old Fire last time. Should we go for one of those first while we're thinking of what SCP next to get? Yeah, okay, let's get one. Let's get a short one. Okay, let's see. Is this short? Yeah, this is pretty short. Okay. Yeah, this one is pretty short. No worries. Okay, so this one is The Tree by H.P. Lovecraft, written 1921. I didn't realize I was covering. Do we do the let's try to modulate. If I break my throat before we end the stream, you'll know why. MP hate make. the twin brother of H.P. Lovecraft. Okay. The Tree, on a verdant slope of Mount Minalus in Arcadia, there stands an olive grove about the ruins of a village. Close by is a tomb, once beautiful with the sublimest sculptures, but now fallen into as great decay as the house. At one end of the tomb, its curious roots displacing the time-stained blocks of angelic marble, grows an unnaturally large olive tree of oddly repellent shape. So like to some grotesque man, or death-distorted body of a man, that the country folk fear to pass it at night when the moon shines faintly through the crooked boughs. Mount Mainalus is a chosen haunt of dreaded Pan, whose queer companions are many, and simple swines believe that the tree must have hideous kinship to this weird Panishai. But an old beekeeper who lives in the neighboring cottage told me a different story. Many years ago, when the hillside villa was new and resplendent, there dwelt within it the two sculptors Hallo and Musides. From Lydia to Tiniapolis, the beauty of their work was praised, and none dared say that the one excelled the other in skill. The Hermes of Hallo stood in marble shrine in Corinth, and the palace of Musides surmounted a pillar in Athens near the Parthenon. All men paid homage to Hallo and Musides, and marveled that no shadow of artistic jealousy cooled the warmth of their brotherly friendship. Bromance? Question mark? But though Hallo and Musides dwelt in unbroken harmony, their natures were not alike. Whilst Musides revelled in by night amidst the urban gaieties of Tegea, Sias would remain at home, stealing away from the sight of his slaves into the cool recesses of the olive grove. There he would meditate upon the visions that filled his mind, and there devise the forms of beauty which later became immortal in breathing marble. Sculpture bros, both good in their own ways, none superior to the other. Yes, they have different styles, but they're both great, and they very much care for each other. Idle folk indeed said that Hallo conversed with the spirits of the grove, and that his statues were but images of the fauns and dryads he met there, for he patterned his work after no living model. So famous were Hallo and Musides that none wondered when the tyrant of Syracuse sent them deputies to speak of the costly statue of Thesia which he had planned for his city. Of great size and cunning workmanship must the statue be, for it was to form a wonder of nations and a goal of travelers. Exalted beyond thought would be he whose work should gain acceptance, and for this honor Hallo and Musides were invited to compete. Their brotherly love was well known, and the crafty tyrant surmised that each, instead of concealing his work from the other, would offer aid and advice. This charity producing two images of unheard of beauty, the lovelier of which would eclipse even the dreams of poets. With joy, the sculptors hailed the tyrant's offer, so that in the days that followed their slaves heard the ceaseless blows of chisels. Not from each other did Callus and Mrs. conceal their work,
hydrate before you dihydrate.
but the site was for them alone. I thank you for the hydrate, Ricker. Saving theirs, no eyes beheld the two divine figures released by skillful blades from the rough blocks that have imprisoned them since the world began. Wait, let me drink. Hydrate, everyone! At night, as of yore, Eusebius sought the banquet halls of Tegea, while Scalus wandered alone in the olive grove. Mighty fire insides. But as time passed, men observed a want of gaiety in the once sparkling Eusebius. It was strange, they said among themselves, that depression should thus seize one with so great a chance to win art's loftiest reward. Many months passed, yet in the sour face of Misides come nothing of the sharp expectancy which the situation should arouse. Oh no! Are you getting what I'm thinking? They received the assignment for the sculpture from the tyrant. Yeah, it's kinda like written in an old roundabout way. So, what happened so far is that they got the assignment, right? Some king or emperor was like, and they're known as a tyrant. They said, okay, you two, make sculptures for me. And the one that is more beautiful, I will display in my place or something. And then they received the assignment. The king was thinking, they are best friends, they're housemates, so they will see how each other work. Yeah, so he was like, as long as you see each other's work, you're gonna work harder to make yours more beautiful. So it's gonna be the most beautiful in the land, and the better one I will choose and put in my place. And then they did that, but they did it in their own way. They worked during the day, and at night they do their own thing. Their own thing being that Callus would go to the bars, have fun, drink, and be merry. Meanwhile, the other friend just goes to the forest and meditates. Hi, Rex. What are we seeing? Fruit snacks? No. I have 2 pieces of fruit, which are bananas, and fish balls, fish tofu, squid balls, and hot dogs. Cocktail hot dogs. The teeny weeny hot dogs. What? But the thing was, what's that different? We see this bar friends. Oh, really? The hot dogs are red. The friend who likes going to parties. His other friends are like saying, you're so very close to finishing your thing. Why does he look depressed? I have a feeling I know what's happening. But I wanna know, do you have a prediction of why Mercedes was sad? Because I realize I've read this a few times already, so I may have a feeling of where this is going. Okay, so continuing. No, I don't think so. Okay, so we got two friends, two sculpture artists who are making their work, but they have a nighttime routine where one of them goes to party outside and the other goes to the forest behind their house and just meditates. So one is the quiet friend, one is the extrovert. Introvert and extrovert. And the extrovert is getting more depressed as the days goes on. Where did we stop? Okay. Then one day, Mercedes spoke of illness. Yeah. One day, Mercedes spoke of the illness of Carlos, after which none marveled again at his sadness, since the sculptor's attachment was known to be deep and sacred. Oh no! Mercedes went to his friend and said, "Oh, I'm sad because my friend is sick." So they said, "Oh, so that's why, because you're best friends, of course you're gonna be sad." Subsequently, many went to visit Carlos and indeed noticed the pallor of his face. But there was about him a happy serenity which made his glance more magical than the glance of Mercedes, who was clearly distracted with anxiety and who pushed aside all the slaves in his eagerness to feed and wait upon his friend with his own hands. Hidden behind heavy curtains stood the two unfinished figures of Tisha, little touch of light by the sick man and his faithful attendant. Okay, so now we know the reason why Mercedes is sad. Because Carlos is sick. But for some reason, Mercedes is depressed, but Carlos is quite happy. And Mercedes doesn't let the slaves help to take care of Carlos. He does it himself, all of it. And then, as Carlos grew inexplicably weaker and weaker, despite the ministrations of a puzzled physicians and of his assiduous friend, he desired to be carried often to the grove which he so loved. There he would ask to be left alone, as if wishing to speak with unseen things. Mercedes ever granted his request, though his eyes filled with visible tears at the thought that Carlos should care more for the fauns and the dryads than for him. Ah! Mercedes is jealous. At last the end drew near, and Carlos discoursed of things beyond this life. Mercedes, weeping, promised him a sepulchre more lovely than the tomb of Mausolus. But Carlos bade him speak no more of marble glories. Only one wish now haunted the mind of the dying man, that twigs from certain olive trees in the grove be buried by his resting place close to his head. And one night, sitting alone in the darkness of the olive grove, Carlos died. Beautiful beyond words was the marble sepulchre which stricken Mercedes carved for his beloved friend. None but Carlos himself could have fashioned such bas-reliefs, wherein were displayed all the splendors of Elysium. Nor did Mercedes fail to bury close to Carlos' head the olive twigs from the grove that he wanted to be there. Okay, so the Carlos is under the ground now. As the first violence of Mercedes' grief gave place to resignation, he labored with diligence upon his figure of tissue. All honor was now his, since the tyrant of Syracuse would have the work of none save him or Kalos. His task proved a vent for his emotion, and he toiled more steadily each day, shunning the gaieties he once had relished. Meanwhile, his evenings were spent beside the tomb of his friend, where a young olive tree had sprung up near the sleeper's head. So swift was the growth of this tree, and so strange was its form, that all who held it exclaimed in surprise, and Musides seemed at once fascinated and repelled. Okay, so friend is dead, and then when he was like dying, he was like, I don't care what my coffin is like, just make sure you put the olive twigs in there. So his friend not only made him a pretty coffin, he also obeyed his wish and put olive twigs into the ground near his head. And then while Musides worked on the statue, the tree grew very, very fast. Yeah, he didn't. He stopped working on it when he got sick. So, the only one that's working on the statue now is Musides. Okay, and Musides seemed fascinated and repelled by the tree, because it grows so fast and the form is weird. 3 years after the death of Kalos, Musides dispatched a messenger to the tyrant, and it was whispered in the agora at Tegea that the mighty statue was finished. By this time, the tree by the tomb has attained amazing proportions, exceeding all other trees of its kind, sending out a singularly heavy branch above the apartment in which Musides labored. As many visitors came to view the prodigious tree, as to admire the art of the sculptor, so that Musides was seldom alone. But he did not mind his multitude of guests. Indeed, he seemed to dread being alone now that his absorbing work was done. The bleak mountain wind, sighing through the olive grove and the tomb tree, had an uncanny way of forming vaguely articulate sounds. The sky was dark on the evening that the tyrant's emissaries came to Tegea. It was definitely known that they had come to bear away the great image of Tisha and bring eternal honor to Musides. So their reception by the Proxenoi was of great warmth. As the night wore on, a violent storm of wind broke over the crest of Mainalos, and the men from the far Syracuse were glad that they had rested snugly in the town. They talked of their illustrious tyrant and of the splendor of his capital, and exulted in the glory of the statue which Musides had wrought for him. And then the men of Tegea spoke of the goodness of Musides, and of his heavy grief for his friend, and how not even the coming laurels of art could console him in the absence of Kalos, who might have worn those laurels instead. They spoke of the tree which grew by the tomb, near the head of Kalos, and the wind shrieked more horribly, and both the Syracusans and the Arcadians prayed to Aeolus. Aeolus is the god of winds, by the way. I think it's written here as Aeolus, but I think it's Aeolus in the regular mythology. In the sunshine of the morning, the Proxenoi led the tyrant's messengers up the slope to the abode of the sculptor. Yeah. But the night wind had done strange things. Slaves' cries ascended from a scene of desolation, and no more amidst the olive grove rose the gleaming colonnades of the vast hall wherein Misides had dreamed and toiled. The house is broken! Lone and shaken mourned the humble courts and the lower walls, for upon the sumptuous greater pedestal had fallen squarely the heavy overhanging bough of the strange new tree, reducing the stately poem in marble with odd completeness to a mound of unsightly ruins. The big tree, one of the big limbs that was like strangely growing over the house, fell down, and it broke the house. Strangers and Aegeans stood aghast, looking from the wreckage to the great sinister tree, whose aspect was so weirdly human, and whose roots reached so queerly into the sculptured sepulchre of Kalos. The statue was okay, that's what I want to know. And their fear and dismay increased when they searched the fallen apartment for the gentle Misides, and of the marvelously fashioned image of Tisha. No trace could be discovered. Oh no, the statue was broken. And Misides is also missing. Amid such stupendous ruin, only chaos dwelt, and the representatives of two cities left disappointed. Syracusans that they had no statue to bear home, Tygians that they had no artist to crown. Missing Decius. However, the Syracusans obtained after a while a very splendid statue in Athens, and the Tygians consoled themselves by erecting in the Agora a marble temple commemorating the gifts, virtues, and brotherly piety of Misides. They put a commemorative altar for Misides in the Agora temple. But the olive grove still stands, as does the tree growing out of the tomb of Kalos. And the old beekeeper told me that sometimes the boughs whisper to one another in the night wind, saying over and over again, Oita, Oita. I know, I know. That's it. That's the end of the tree. To get it? To get it? Theories, guys. I have a theory. I have a hypothesis. I has a hypothesis. Oh yeah, I wanna take a stab in interpreting it. Okay. So my theory is that Kalos didn't die from sickness. He was murdered. Just remember, before Misides announced that Kalos was sick, he was being depressed for weeks and weeks. So I think that was during the time Kalos was working hard at the statue, and Misides saw that Kalos' work is more beautiful than his are. Because Misides can do great statues, but he does it depending on a model. It was mentioned in the beginning that Kalos doesn't use models, or at least not human ones. Hello, Shelly. Hello, hello. So I'm thinking the statue made by Kalos was so pretty that Misides was know for a fact that he is gonna lose. So he was going to his parties, right? And he was being depressed, right? And then he got an idea. The next time he went out to party, he told everyone that Carlos is sick. That's why he's sad. At first they were like, oh, really? And then people started visiting. And they see that Carlos is really sick. But he's somehow like happy. Like he's happy about something. But also, they see that Misites is really upset. And another thing to note was that Misites was not letting anyone feed Carlos anything. Everything that Carlos had to eat or drink had to pass through his hands. So I'm thinking, he was slowly poisoning Carlos, making it so that it's slow enough that it seems like a sickness. I remember there were like rumors that Carlos was like, has friends that are spirits and fae. So he knows, but he doesn't care, cause his mind is among the spirits. and the spirits and the nature, the fae does not care for sickness and health. And as long as it's his friend, he really truly sees Misites as a friend, or is that just my interpretation? Does it seem like it's fun? That for once, because of an intense need to win, Misites did something that he had never done before. Anyways, they said that they were jealous of each other. Yeah, so far, right? But then, the emperor or king of an entire nation was like, I will give eternal honor to the person who makes the most beautiful statue of Tishay that I shall display in my palaces. There is no eternal friendships, only eternal profits. If you did not betray your friend, it's only because you have not found your prize. What? Such a negative thought. But yeah, so yeah, if you think about it, he killed Carlos, so he died, and then Rockman, everyone, come here despite. No one knows what the work of the two of them looks like. So another theory of mine was that he continued to work on the statue that Carlos was making. He abandoned his own work and continued on Carlos's work. I think he stole it, cause it's always covered with sheets. It was noted several times in the story that even the slaves have never seen the work. Only the two of them saw it. And then Carlos died, and then the two statues were untouched for a while, and then Misites started working again. Who knows if it was his own or Carlos's statue that he started working on again. Anyway, the olive branch that was like buried with Carlos started growing, and they said it looked like a person who has one of its feet on Carlos's grave, and one of the arms is stretching over the house, straight up at the place where the two of them had their workshop. And then on the day that it was supposed to be delivered, it was to be given to the tyrant, and that the entire city would recognize Misites as the greatest artist in the country. it got destroyed. There was a storm. And then the house, the statue, and Missy this is no more. Oite. Oh, it says oite. Oite. I know. The trees, the olive trees were whispering to each other that they know something that the others don't. The olive grove, the trees, were witness to everything that happened in the house. Because it surrounds the area. That is where the room that they work on the statues in are. So the trees know. They know that maybe they know that Mercedes killed Carlos. Maybe they know that the statue that was completed does not belong to Mercedes at all. Yeah, archa. Supposedly, oh, let me try that. Wait. Ah, it's a perfect tense verb. Translates to I know. Meaning it signifies a past action with ongoing consequences. It also carries a connotation that means I know because I have seen, linking knowledge to perception and experience. Exactly. So it's a Greek word for I know because I saw it. How is it? It's one of the shorter Lovecraft stories. Do we use a random number generator for the SCP? Minimum 1, maximum. Okay, think of a number. 1824. 1824. Oh. Oh. Let's hit the subtitle of 1824 first. Okay. SCP-1824, also known as a mother's son. Whoa. Okay. SCP-1824. Item number SCP-1824. Object class Keter. So this is the dangerous zone. Typical of sons to have mothers. Yeah, totally normal. Nothing strange happening here. Special containment procedures. Early identification prior to the expansion state of SCP-1824 remains a top priority in containment of the phenomenon. Personnel are to monitor the economies of the United States, Mexico, and Canada, and investigate any localized significant recession. A series of Foundation vehicles are to patrol the areas vulnerable to SCP-1824 and obtain comprehensive photographic data on every ground-level exterior vertical surface therein. So, they must have photos of all the walls in the area? Such a long sentence just to say, take photos of the walls. In addition, Similar imaging programs utilized by online mapping agencies as well as the FBI and NSA are to be tapped and added to the data pool. This information is to be processed by a graphic analysis program capable of isolating and identifying the designs congruent with SCP-1824. That's bureaucracy for you. For something that then can be described within 4 words, describe it in 50 words or more. It worked though. Should SCP-1824 be discovered, the Foundation is to designate the area as biologically or chemically contaminated, then evacuate all individuals that inhabit the area. Evacuated individuals are to be housed at Foundation-controlled temporary housing until the manifestation has ended. Should SCP-1824 enter the expansion state and total evacuation has not yet been achieved, a gas main explosion is to be emulated to expedite the process. Due to the highly public nature of SCP-1824, standard media blackout procedures are to be applied. Description: SCP-1824 is a phenomenon manifesting as a graffiti design composed of red, black, and white spray paint. SCP-1824 has thus far only made its initial appearance in urban environments with a population density of 14,000 per kilometer squared or higher in the contiguous United States, Mexico, and Canada. The graffiti always manifests on ground-level surfaces that are vertical or very nearly vertical. Designs produced by SCP-1824 are consistent in that they always feature a winged female humanoid and possesses a size of 1 meter by 1 meter or greater. Removing or obscuring the graffiti does not prevent or alter SCP-1824's effects. All individuals that reside within the effective range of SCP-1824, which possesses an initial radius of roughly 50 meters, begin to exhibit symptoms similar to paranoid-type schizophrenia and will begin to experience delusions and hallucinations. Persons affected by these episodes describe a consistent figure, a destitute mother desperately attempting to provide for her child. Affected persons will attempt to provide food, money, and other resources for this hallucination to the point of severe personal loss. After a period of approximately 45 to 60 days after the initial appearance, the phenomenon will begin to increase the effective range of SCP-1824 by 1 to 5 meters every 24 hours. This has been designated as the expansion state. This is marked by the appearance of additional graffiti of the same design in the extended area. This growth will continue until all available area with a population density of approximately 7,000 per square kilometer or greater is affected. It does not appear that SCP-1824 I just heard a sound can expand through areas with a population density lower than 7,000 per square kilometer. Although once manifested, it will persist until the area is fully depopulated. Each individual manifestation of SCP-1824 appears to abate only when the area is completely devoid of human habitation. SCP-1824 has not been observed to generate multiple manifestations simultaneously, and occurrences are approximately 18 to 36 months apart. Addendum 1824-001 Additional documentation. Hi. The following file has been expunged from the Foundation General Records by O5 mandate. SCP. Boop. Object class. Safe. Crossed out. Neutralized. Special containment procedures. SCP. Boop. Is currently housed in a standard humanoid containment cell at Site-19. Standard humanoid feeding regimens are to be maintained. SCP-1 is kept in a standard containment locker. Interaction of SCP- or SCP-1 requires the approval of a level 3 or higher researcher. SCP is currently neutralized and does not require active containment protocols. Description: SCP was moved to Site-19. Why? I don't have the button. I have to do it myself. Boop. Was moved to Site-19 after being recovered from in 1980. Entity is a Caucasian humanoid measuring 1.8 meters tall with a mass of 78 kilograms. It appears to be roughly 56 to 59 years old and possesses shoulder-length white hair. Grandma? SCP is carved in an assortment of damaged clothing and rags, mainly composed of cotton and leather. Its appearance demonstrates significant signs of labored living conditions, though this is typically in contrast with the entity's disposition, which is pleasant and compassionate. SCP will generally engage with Foundation staff without aggravation or annoyance, and is largely cooperative with staff directions. The entity often requests its release, though it does not proceed on the subject in an aggressive manner. SCP does not display any anomalous properties when separated from SCP-1. SCP-1 is an unmarked gray spray paint can of unknown make and model. All attempts to open or breach the exterior of the objects have failed. Wow, immortal can of paint. It is currently unclear whether or not it is indestructible. SCP-1 will not function properly if used by any individual other than SCP. If used by SCP, it will demonstrate an apparently unlimited capacity of spray paint, which is produced in 3 non-colors: red, black, and white. SCP will use SCP-1 to create designs featuring winged female humanoids, angels. She likes drawing angels, and will typically produce these designs on public vertical surfaces. Should SCP use SCP-1 to create such design, an indeterminate area surrounding it, currently believed to have a radius of approximately 50 meters, will be subject to the entity's primary anomalous effect. All individuals who reside in the area will experience a joyous urge to engage in charitable acts and will find themselves subject to charity, even when outside the area of effect. Yeah, imagine one can of spray paint and it's got 3 colors. Obscuring or destroying the designs is confirmed to terminate the phenomenon. Oh wait, it's a guy. Addendum -001. Interview log. Interviewer Dr. Brian Adbara. Interviewed SCP. Forward. Third interview with entity. Begin log. 4:43 p.m. 1980. Would you release me, please? Dr. Adbara. I'm afraid I can't do that. Unfortunate. Dr. Adbara. SCP. You have thus far declined all inquiries about your origin. Is there anything you would care to elaborate on? Nothing interesting. Not even a name? You have one? Brian. A nice name. My name is as much of a person as the letters that are used to make it. What about a family? Yes, my mother. No siblings? Children? No, you? A son. That's wonderful. How is he? I. Dr. Amaro. He's up. Beep. Pain in the ass. Where is your mother? Above. Do you have anything else to add? She is hurt. A lot. The world hurt her. She never owned more than just enough food to feed us. She was angry at the world for a very long time. But I asked her to forgive, and she said she would do it for me. She would do anything for me. She gave me it before she died, so I could forgive in her place. It? SCP-1? Yeah. Forgive who? Home. Everyone. End log. 4:47 p.m. Beep beep. 1980 beep. Yeah, at the start, but no, the addendum was a file already deleted. So originally, the spray paint has an owner, and the owner is another SCP. And it's been neutralized, so it's dead. They're dead. So back then, now the paint can't be, the paint and the painting cannot be destroyed. But back then it can be. And the person who was using it was given the paint by the mother. Because apparently they need to do the painting so that they could forgive everyone. But the thing was, if they do the painting, everyone who lives within 50 meters of the painting would have the urge to do good deeds, give to charity, until they're destitute. So if you live near a painting of the angel, you're gonna start wanting to give away all that you have to people who needs them until you don't have anything yourself anymore. Yeah, after the son died, you can no longer destroy the paintings. They just move. They just pop up between how many was it? 2 to 8 months or something. They pop up somewhere and then they affect it. And if there are many people there, the painting starts multiplying. Because it will not stop until there's no one living in the area anymore. I have a feeling. I don't know. Are you getting the feeling that they're trying to interpret the birth, like how Jesus was operating? Like the parent gave the son, the mother gave the son the power to forgive. And he did it. But the people stopped him. And then later on, so that it will never happen again, the people killed him, the son. And then because the son was killed, the thing that happens just pops up randomly now, and it's even worse. Because it's not a way to repent anymore. It's become a way to punish the people. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Yeah, right? It's like a parallel or some shit. Yeah. When the son was still alive, he was the one who decides where he puts the paintings. Because he puts it in the area where people are needed to be forgiven. So who are the people who need to be forgiven? The people who had done something bad. So it's choosing. The son was choosing who gets to be punished or something. But then the son died. Now it's randomized who's gonna be punished. Ah. You wonder if even when the son did it, tried people to give up everything? Or was that later? Now, apparently, wait, let's compare. Effects. The indeterminate area, anomalous effects. All individuals residing in the area will experience a joyous urge to engage in charitable acts. Will find themselves subject to charity even when outside the area of effect. Yeah, it's joyous. The food is going. When the son is still alive, when the son is the one doing the paintings, it is a joyous urge to engage in charity. So you feel good. The ones affected feel good in doing charity. And even when they they go outside of the area of effect, they would still want to do good deeds, but they feel good doing it. But then in the current document, the effect is said that they will develop paranoid type schizophrenia, and they will have delusions and hallucinations, and they will try to give everything that they have for the hallucination. So they're not even doing good deeds anymore. They're just trying to give the items, the money, the food to an illusion until they don't have anything anymore. Ah. So previously the effect of the paint was like the sun makes a painting of an angel. The angel makes the people do good deeds. And now that the sun is dead, the angel just randomly appears, and then the angel makes everyone crazy. Now it's completed. Because they don't have any way to stop it anymore. They can only take people away when the angel appears. The angel of charity appears. Evacuate, evacuate. Yeah. There's a whole lot of numbers and jargon stuff. But it's gonna be easy. Also, SCPs work you read them, right? Or listen to them. And then You let it marinate in your brain, and then you realize what the SCP does. Then you're gonna have cold chills. Okay. FBC. Bureau of Control. Federal Bureau of Control. Oh. The SCP Foundation is the... Well, what is the SCP Foundation? Special Containment Procedure Foundation? What? I forgot what the thing was. Where is it? Yeah. When did it start? I wonder where. It doesn't say. Wait. Okay. Of the lore entries of Control. Is it a game? Ah, there. Let's see if it's based on SCP. There! It says in the wiki, Control is inspired by paranormal stories about the fictional SCP Foundation created by an online collaborative wiki fiction project based on the genre of the New Year. Yeah, it is. It's connected to the Alan Wake project. Oh. Yeah. So Control is based on SCP. They just took away that there's like a government organization, authoritative organization that controls paranormal and supernatural events to keep it out of normal humans' lives. Then went from there. Yeah. Alan Wake is an SCP. I wonder if you can get some. Let's see. This one. There are recommended. Pick off the mind. Huh? Da. I already hear the stories now. We need the one where Sobra. Da-da-da-da. Rock L. It's these ones are like yeah, it sucks. $100 horror. Other ads. Oh yeah, that. Highway to Hell. Rest in peace, cargo ship. Shadow spiders. Field trip. It wasn't there. Instructions to a swing screw extruder. Tabula rasa. The crew of the HMS Wintersheimer. Beautiful bones. A shower curtain. Huh? Your leg. The counting station. Science bugs. Season opener. Planet hopping volcano. My face that I may be. Lucy Bell for hacks. The Book of Tumbling. Cousin Johnny. Antique chess computer. The slow burn sloth. The haunted Victorian mansion. Beautiful babies. Third party. The lost child. The way of all flesh. An unfinished ritual. The flesh that hates. La ho hi fa. Mesh Kmernaschroid Town Board Hashbin. What? Kafka's parking garage. House of the Worm. The Utter West. On London. The Clown Vaccine. Frosty Flesh. The Doorman. Sleep paralysis. I'm saying the titles of the top 100 SCPs, by the way. If something seems interesting, just tell me. The rain. Falling out. Attempts to assassinate plot. The stairwell. The old man. The shy guy. Ronald Reagan caught up while talking. The Hank King tragedy. The rain. Falling out. Wait, those are two stories. Falling out and rain are two different stories. Which one? Rain. Okay. Okay, wait. 3300. SCP 3300. The rain. Item number. is alright. SCP-3300. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Containment of SCP-3300 is focused on observation and ensuring it does not spread from the affected area. A mobile observation post has been set up 5 kilometers outside the town of Clearwater, Montana for this purpose. Attempts at manned exploration of SCP-3300 events are currently suspended. Safe? Moving around inside it. Wait, in control? There's something like that? Do they not have a list of the anomalous objects unit? It like blood. Oh no. Okay. When the SCP-3300 event begins, the observation team will fall back to a point 10 kilometers from the town border and continue observation. Any unusual activity is to be noted. Any attempts made by the outsiders to enter or exit the area will be halted. Non-lethal force is authorized for this purpose. Instances of SCP-3300-1 attempting to leave Clearwater will be detained and interviewed under the pretense of police search. Objects of power? Oh, does that mean they're like connected with certain entities and not like anomalies on their own? Interviewed under the pretense of a police search. Following this, they will be allowed to continue their travel under Foundation observation. All personnel involved in the containment of SCP-3300 are prescribed a weekly dose of Class Y amnestics. Amnestics are medicine that will make you forget. You know the one in Man in Black? The flashlight thingy? The flashbang that would make people forget that they saw something weird? Yeah, amnestics, yeah, exactly. So, all the personnel have to forget everything they saw weekly. So, yeah. So, there's this town of Clearwater, Montana that the Foundation is observing. And they're observing from 5 kilometers away. When some kind of event happens, the team would go back a further 5 kilometers, observing the town from 10 kilometers away. And during the entirety of this, all staff members who are on duty observing the town will have to take amnestics once a week. What the heck? Description: SCP-3300 is an annual event in which the populace of Clearwater, Montana, henceforth called SCP-3300-1, disappears and is replaced by a new set of citizens. Huh? The SCP-3300 event typically occurs in the mid-portion of June and the last 6 to 18 days. The first 48 hours of each event are marked by a light continuous rain over the entire city. The rain is stationary and appears regardless of the weather in the surrounding area. This portion of the event ends when the rain transitions to a severe thunderstorm, lasting for the remaining duration of SCP-3300. The interior of an SCP-3300 event past this point has never been observed. Any attempt by the Foundation to explore the event has ended in either total loss of personnel and equipment or failure to even enter the phenomena. Several times, personnel entering SCP-3300 have emerged instantaneously on the other side. When the SCP-3300 event ends, all previous SCP-3300-1 instances will have been replaced by new iterations with completely new appearances, personalities, and memories. Beyond remarking on the unusually severe nature of the storm, new instances show no recollection of the event. Instances of SCP-3300-1 behave identically to baseline human beings. However, no record of any instance prior to their appearance from SCP-3300 event exists. Instances will occasionally share names, professions, certain memories, and a broad personality trait with those from previous iterations of SCP-3300. However, no SCP-3300-1 instance has been observed repeating from previous events. SCP-3300-1 instances are unaware of their anomalous nature and the circumstances surrounding their existence. Physical and post-mortem examinations reveal no differences from baseline humans. Instances of SCP-3300-1 outside of the town when SCP-3300 occurs will disappear several days after the event begins. All attempts to observe this disappearance have failed. SCP-3300 is accompanied by a moderate cognitohazardous effect. Outside citizens learning about the existence of the town of Clearwater or its citizens will give little thought to them unless the subject is brought to their direct attention. This effect affects focus rather than memory. Those affected do not forget that Clearwater exists, but rather show difficulty paying attention to it. Outside citizens familiar with the disappeared instances of SCP-3300 will not comment on their absence unless reminded, and even then show little concern. The history of SCP-3300 is unknown. Records of its existence go back to the beginning of the Foundation. Despite this, almost no progress has been made in attempts to research the phenomena. Addendum: the following journal was recovered in the aftermath of the SCP-3300 event ending on 30th of June 1995 and represents one of the few descriptions of what occurs during the phenomena. The writer of the document has been identified as SCP-3300/1995/4307, aka Margaret Lane. Yeah, it's not that they don't know. It's that suddenly they don't care. The events described in the journal are unverified. Attempts to automatically observe the interior of an SCP-3300 event are still underway. It's long. It's long. So basically, I don't want to read the entire journal of the citizen, one of the people inside the town. Because apparently, they do the event, the celebration once a year to find a way to stop things from happening again. Then they fail. Then somehow, everyone was destroyed, and then their souls are jigsaw puzzled together to make a new iteration, and they have their a new instance afterwards. Ah, yeah. They all go into the rain. Because it says at the
Cat
end,
requests you to hydrate before you
Isabel, the
dehydrate.
friend, is gone. Just a puddle of water on the floor. I think the rain is speaking to me. I can hear it ever since I woke up. I don't know what it's saying, but the whispers in my ear are getting louder. When I cover my ears, it's still there. If I scream, it rises over the screaming. I'm trying to write just to focus on anything, but the fucking voice is still there, and I know what it wants me to do. It wants me to join it. I'm its child, and it misses me. I can't bear to be apart. What can I do? What can I do? The strangers are still outside watching me, waiting for my choice. Because they know what my choice will be, don't they? There's only one way this can end. I can wait and starve, or shoot myself, or slice my wrist, or walk out into the rain. But it's all going to end the same anyway. The water is eternal. The water will remain, no matter how polluted it becomes. At the end, we all become rain. I don't want to go back. So yeah, apparently the rain makes new people, and then they bring the old people out, so they melt in the rain and they're erased. I know, the rain is coming for us. I forgot to change the title earlier. The rain comes for us all. All we can do is rain back. How do you rain back? How do you know? What? Oh, did you hear it? I'm gonna eat some more of the balls and hot dogs, and I can start on the cookies. You heard it, it's so far away. Let's see. Ah, this is one like super popular one. 096. The shy guy. This is like a creature. It's SCP-096, the shy guy. This is one of the earlier ones. So like Mario 2. the Is it like similar? No, it's not similar. Or maybe the face. I don't know. Do you want me to read the document or chat about it? Just turns into a dog. Are they anomalous entities or are they agents? Should I read the document and then describe it? Or should I just tell the story in my own way about the shy guy? Ah, she got the power too? Okay, let's read it first. Then let's see. This one is very interesting. Because this is the first one I saw. Do we have... Do you have a photo? Because this one has a game made about it. They made a survival game where you need to survive the shy guy escaping the containment. Okay. SCP-096, also known as the Shy Guy. Object Class Euclid. Extra spooky, yes. Special Containment Procedure. SCP-096 is to be contained in a cell, a 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter airtight steel tube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside SCP-096 cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096 presence inside the cell. Any and all photos, video, or recordings of SCP-096 likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. Beep and O5 Beep. Description: SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Doctor, they didn't even say, like, if you want photo or video, you need to have the signature from O5 someone and Doctor someone. So how do you get permission? You don't know where to get permission, but permission is needed to do it. It's basically saying no. Help. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation, with no sign of any body hair. Yeah. Someone will know. You just can't have it on record. That is true. You just gotta ask Steve from Records. SCP-096 jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no sign of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. Yeah. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1. Documented speeds have varied from 35 km per hour to km per hour and seems to depend on distance from SCP-096-1. At this point, no known material or method can impede SCP-096 progress. The actual position of SCP-096-1 does not seem to affect SCP-096 response. It seems to have an innate sense of SCP-096-1's location. Note, this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions. See document 0961 for more information. Huh? Wait, there's like a... Okay, wait. Let's view the document later. Upon arriving at SCP-0961's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and data expunged SCP-096-1. 100% of cases. Yeah, you can draw it. It's okay. But you can't have replica, video or photo, or straight at it. Just the face, I think. Or maybe not. We'll see. Upon arriving at SCP-096-1's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and SCP-096-1. 100% of cases have left no traces of SCP-096-1. Yeah. SCP-096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat. Data redacted. You wanna go home! Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of subject should be considered alpha priority. Dr. has also petitioned for immediate termination of SCP-096. See Interview 096-1. Termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. on See Incident 0961-A. Interview. It eats them? Maybe. Or beat it until it's like pulp. Until it's ash, dust. Okay. Documentation 096-1, Experiment 096-1. Experiment 096-1 is headed by Dr. Dan. Purpose is to test SCP-096 abilities while obtaining complete physical description of SCP-096. D-9031 is a 32-year-old convicted felon and former tattoo artist. D-9031 is placed inside Bathysphere 303-A, which is then lowered in the Tonga Trench off the coast of New Zealand. Position is approximately kilometers from SCP-096 temporary containment cell at Site. The following was recorded via video surveillance inside Bathysphere 303-A between it and Dr. Dan's control site on the New Zealand mainland. Bathysphere 303-A reaches final depth of 10,800 meters. What? Oh, they lowered him in the Tonga Trench. Oh man. Okay, so this is convo between the prisoner guy. Yeah, you don't know. The only thing you know is that there's no traces left. Yeah. Okay, so this is convo between the prisoner guy and the test subject and Dr. Dan. How do I read this? It stopped. What now? Do you feel fine? No sickness? Anything? My ears hurt. That should be expected. Now on your left should be a steel container. Open it and there will be a manila folder holding several photographs. Open it and describe the first photograph, please. D9031 complies. The camera is located so the photograph cannot be seen. Nothing. It's an empty cell. Thank you. Please set the photograph face down in the receptacle to the right and look at the next photograph. It's the same cell? There's a foot in it, I think. Describe it, please. It's pale and bony. Sorta creepy, actually. Place the photograph in the receptacle face down and look at the next one. Okay. Oh shit! Describe the photograph. It's I don't know, some creepy ass person. Describe the photograph, please. Hell man, he's pale, has white eyes. Some fucked up thing happening with his mouth. What the hell is this thing? Yeah, they haven't. At this point, approximately 13:32 Standard Time, Dr. Dan and Experiment Control is notified that SCP-096 has breached containment. The fastest path to SCP-096-1 has been cleared of civilians and other image capturing devices, and SCP-096 is now being tracked via satellite and tracking collar. On your right, there should be another steel container. Open it. It's a pad of paper and a pencil? Yes. Please draw a sketch of the photograph you saw. SCP-096-1 mumbles an expletive and spends the next 20 minutes drawing a sketch. Nah! That's grammatical error, like formatting error. Oh wait, no, it's correct. It's not the SCP, it's the prisoner. Okay. Spends the next 20 minutes drawing a sketch of the photograph. Ah, shoot, man. They chose him. He was a tattoo artist, so he can draw. Imagine being chosen to die just because you can draw. Drawing a sketch of the photograph. At the time of completion, SCP-096 is confirmed to be kilometers away from SCP-096-1. Bruh, I'm done. Good. Place the drawing in the receptacle on your left and close the door. SCP-096-1 complies, and the sketch leaves Bathysphere 303-A in a watertight buoyancy container. The other photographs are then incinerated in the onboard incinerator. What now? Please stand by. 14 minutes pass. SCP-096 is now confirmed to be at SCP-096-1's position and is diving. Transponder signals end at 9,339 meters as pressure goes beyond the device's operational limits. The camera shows the bathysphere shaking slightly. From SCP-096-1's reaction, it is assumed that SCP-096 is on the hull is visible through the viewport. Oh fuck! Shit! What the fuck is that? A video and audio feed is cut as the hull of Bathysphere 303-A is breached. SCP-096 is recovered by Surface Recovery Team Foxtrot 303-A without incident. Sketch of SCP-096 is also recovered, and a quick test confirms no hostile reaction from SCP-096. Sketch is sent to Experiment Control in New Zealand while SCP-096 is moved to permanent containment. Poor guy! Poor dude. He got off because he can't do. Wait. Let me look at something, okay? Recommend, do you know that when some people make fake military operation videos using, what was that? I forgot the video game where you can mod it so you can direct how characters move. Yeah, it happens a lot. They die somehow. I found it. Now I just need to be able to show it on screen. Let me see. Let me see. I wanna show it. Do you see it? Alright, let's put it full. It's not even full screen, but and then I can go a bit here. I'll go here a bit so we can watch it. And double ring. You saw nothing. Okay, wait. How's the audio? Let's see. I wonder if you can hear it. Nah, Rick, are done.
Big brother, this is Echo Romeo Alpha. Target is secure.
Wait. We don't see the subtitles, wait. How do you show it? Huh? There. Is that more visible? Yeah, because the subs are important, because I don't know. Okay. Someone made it. It's so good though. Can you hear it? It's made in a game. Hopefully it doesn't get muted. It has become a watch along. That's the 5x5x5 box. Secure, contain, protect.
This is Inspector Arlia beginning session 5 of the investigation for incident 096-1-Alpha. I am here with Dr. Daniels. Hello, Doctor.
Have you caught it yet?
Yes. You'll be pleased to hear containment has been attained.
Oh, thank God.
We do have some questions, obviously. It's been very difficult to get a clear picture of the case. We hope you can help us.
Yes, of course.
Good. Now, Doctor, for the record, where were you when containment was broken?
I was on an excavation in the mountains, comparing lab samples with local geology.
And in your absence, who was in charge of the lab?
Dr. Oleksy.
And how was 096 being held?
As per protocol, 096 is being kept in a Class 13 containment cube. No windows, no cameras, no one it is possible to see its face. Any instrumentation or life support system is in strict compliance.
Thank you. When exactly was containment broken?
I haven't been informed of the exact time yet.
Yes, of course. Apologies, Doctor. We're a bit disorganized ourselves. Doctor?
Are they watching us?
You must be more specific, Doctor.
The O5, are they watching us?
Yes.
Well, maybe now they'll listen to me when I say we need to kill it.
This could have been a catastrophe.
Unfortunately, it's a bit too late for could have been, Doctor.
What do you mean?
Let's start from the beginning, shall we? Relax, Doctor. All protocols have been followed. All personnel inside Stage 2 containment saw its face. Unfortunately, that was just the start.
Recording.
Okay, this is researcher Michael Allen.
And researcher Gerald Landry.
Reporting an event with 096.
At approximately 1557, Audio blips were picked up by sensors Alpha 1 and Alpha 2.
Oh no.
There it is again. The readings are showing 096 on the north wall. Stationary. You should get Alexi down here.
It should hold, right?
Just get a hold of Alexi.
Ah! Shoot. Oh heck.
It rapidly became clear that 096
I almost fell out of my chair.
labeled 096-1 was nowhere close by.
Wait. In the event of a Stage 1 breach, the automated protocols ensure that a sleeping
The
agent...
automated protocols failed to start. In the event of an automation failure, it would be up to the operations chief, in this case, Dr. Alexi.
Well, where the hell was he?
He was found hiding in a janitorial closet in Division 3. Dead.
Dead?
Indeed.
Alexi, you idiot.
I'm sorry for your loss, Doctor, but we do have a lot more to cover.
Oh no.
After breaching the base, 096 moved in a straight vector towards the mountains.
Big Brother, this is Hog 1 approaching estimated target location. Over. Copy, Hog 1. Maintain vector.
Damn. Don't look at it,
I think I've
Mr.
got something.
Pilot.
Target visual.
Damn, it's sprinting.
Over. You're clear.
What the heck? Don't get close.
Ineffective on target. Copy. Going hot on 2 Mavericks. 3, 2, 1. Fire. Direct hit.
Did it affect it? Don't look. No. Still running.
No effect. I repeat, no effect on target. Copy, Hog 1. Return to base. Retrieval team, maintain vector.
096 proved difficult to keep track of. It doesn't show up on satellite thermal imaging oftentimes. We were only able to track it by the path of destruction it left. About 2 hours into pursuit, it crossed a state highway. We were lucky it was slightly traveled at the time, but 12 people still saw its face.
We needed more preparation. For when, not if, but when there was a breach.
You did have a considerable budget, Doctor, but it seems that most of your focus was on the scramble goggles.
Yes, I've said time and again that the Scramble program was the only achievable technology to give us a fighting chance. Especially when you assholes wouldn't let me do proper research. As I said, it has always been a when.
Doctor, please, we have a lot more to cover. Finally, 096 reached victim 096-1, a young man who lived on a small farm at the foot of the mountains. With his wife and newborn child.
What? The baby saw it?
Ian?
No.
Ian?
No.
Are you bothered by something, Dr. Daniels?
Why didn't you let me kill it?
For the record, Doctor, you don't know how to kill it. Much of the research you've requested equates to torture in 096, which is inhumane.
Inhumane? There's nothing human about that thing. People have died.
Yes, Doctor, people have died. Isn't that a tragedy?
You people are a bunch of goddamn psychopaths.
Our only concern is to secure, contain, and protect. Which brings us to our next point. Your scramble goggles. Tell me, how do they work? Just for the record, Doctor.
They're mixed reality goggles. Each eye is fed a video feed, and an AI detects and scrubs out 096's face from the image.
Brilliant solution to a very complicated problem. Expensive, too. It's a shame it didn't work.
What?
Let's continue.
No. You already created it when he proposed it.
Tell 1, be advised. You're approaching the compound.
They gave it to a team, it didn't work.
1 Bravo, clearing structure line. 1 Alpha, nearing target. Target confirmed. Copy. Marker placed. Proceed with bagging. Moving to you, Alpha.
Ha?
Initiate bagging.
Tatakpan yung mukha.
What was that? Shit. Something's wrong. Scramble is ineffective. Fuck! Engage! Alpha and Bravo, fall back.
What?
The entirety of MTF Tau 1 was terminated. 8 of the best mobile task force we have.
They should have worked. All my tests. They were supposed to work.
All of this brings us to the source of this tragedy. Open it.
Yeah. This is the interview log that we didn't read. It's the script.
What am I looking at?
I believe the important part is still in the envelope, Doctor.
Is this?
Yes, what was an original photograph of 096 in the wild.
Someone photographed it?
We dated the photograph to the 1980s. It seems the original photographer and all of its subsequent viewers were completely unaware of 096's presence. Until a young man at the farmhouse, that is.
This has been scratched out by hand. By who? How?
Your scramble goggles proved to be somewhat useful, after all.
Uh-oh. Oh, poor guy, he's crying. I mean, messed up a lot of people.
What's wrong?
what's happening.
Holy shit.
Oh heck, oh heck, oh heck. I'm looking away. I don't wanna look.
Know your place. Copy Echo Romeo Alpha. Move to extraction.
Found something.
Shit. No.
Big brother, target is triggered.
Huh? No.
Apparently, 096's face was so small in the image it took up less than 4 pixels.
No.
4 pixels caused all this. 4 fucking pixels?
The scrambler is like not precise enough.
What are you sorry for, Doctor?
Everything. They weren't supposed to work. My tags. The goggles. They were supposed to save lives. What was the final casualty count?
15 civilians, 48 Foundation members, 63 deaths in total.
So, that's what all this is about.
No.
So much death. And you want someone to pin it on, eh? Someone to punish.
Uh-oh.
Doctor, in here, you will find the clearances necessary to begin termination trials on SCP-096. The O5 Council has come to your side.
Do you mean I'm allowed to kill it?
You're allowed to try. All we ask is that in your termination attempts, you solidify the research and create a more effective solution to our containment needs. Dr. Daniels, is there anything else you'd like to say on record?
No. No, I think that's everything.
You're crazy,
Very well
Doc.
then. This concludes session 5 of the SCP-096-1-Alpha investigation. Doctor, again,
Good work.
my condolences to you for the loss of your colleagues.
Grabe. Your research team, yeah, sacrificed for it.
Alexei, we did it.
Good work.
He's smart. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Are the O5 still in line?
We're still here, and Inspector Everett is right. Well done, Arlia.
Thank you, ma'am. It was short of a confession, but I believe we have enough.
It's a shame. Daniels really is brilliant. If he were more motivated, perhaps he could have unlocked the secrets to 096's uncanny sensory abilities.
Easy to. He's proven his point.
The only thing he's proven is that he's as much of a monster as he considers us.
That's enough. Inspector Arlia, after everything you just saw, has your hunch been confirmed?
I believe so. The way he handled the photograph, he's definitely familiar with it. I suspect he's been holding on to it for a stunt like this.
But still, how could he have warned Alexei? His absence in control room was our first lead.
Outside help? Has Alexei given us anything new?
No. He's staying loyal. Although his initial
Alexei's alive!
are damning enough.
Get what we can out of him. Then he's to be terminated. Quickly and quietly. Remember, he's officially already dead.
Yes, madam. When do we inform Daniels that we know he orchestrated the breach?
Only after he kills it.
How is it? The Shy Guy is one of the most popular SCPs. The voice thingies that you've seen channel, it's Mr. Clay. They make they're a VFX and 3D artist. They made a lot of like how do you do it? SCP related videos. But a lot of them are gone now. They were submitted for something. I forgot what. Half-Life, that's right. When he was still not doesn't have a studio yet. He uses Half-Life to make the game, to make the scenes, and it was so cool. Cause he makes videos on the mobile task force in SCP. There are many of them. Some of them how do you call it? Attack the video. Okay, wait. Where's that? What's this? Okay, wait. Let's put it up. Okay.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries. Authored studies of great importance. And in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Ding ding ding.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends.
But
we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome.
Correct, I like the lore, but I can't.
There's something unique in us.
I don't have the skills
in
for
our
it.
dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds? What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
What? Did something happen?
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid.
Huh?
The board, all linked. Intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director.
Yeah, this
the process
house.
of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them.
Hey.
Yes.
The oldest house. There's the oldest view. They pulled it straight up from the foundation files.
That the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then, one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions. Apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement, native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fuse, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
You can hear the sound. There was a brrrr sound in the background.
There are areas in the oldest house
that doesn't
where
have
under the
to
right
do with the
conditions, when the
CCTV.
frequencies match, other dimensions leak in.
They're making it like purposefully like vague. Then there's like one little factlet that they put in, so you're like caught in a little fact in there, so to get your interest. But again, it's like a different and a parallel version of the SCP Foundation. Yeah. I may have seen like portions because who was it that I was watching? I think it's a UK based YouTuber was playing it. And I think the portion that I'm remembering was like when the lady, the detective agent girl, lady, woman, went to the was it like an inn or motel, and then every time you passed a corner or a door, it changes, and you need to go about the hotel in a certain way, because the hotel is like a big Rubik's Cube and it's changing and you need to get somewhere. Yeah, that. The hotel. That's the portion I saw, and there was like shooty and you're running around it because something is chasing you. I don't know what. But yeah. That one. I'm keeping it. I'll watch it on my own a different time. This is my link. Save this. Does Doctor thingy die? I'm on the floor now. Right. How is it? Something happens on the... Okay, I'll watch it a different time. Yeah. But yeah, at least we know that Control, the game, was based on the core concepts of SCP Foundation. Hi. Okay. And yeah, I like horror, reading horror. Watching it, I need people with me, but I like it. Where did it go? Okay. Sorry. Is it this one? No, that's different. Wait, too many windows open, I need to... I am lost. But yeah, if there's like 9,000 of them now, if you want to have like short bursts of interesting stories, there's like ones that are funny, ones that are very sad, ones that are spooky, ones that are like gory, like body horror and stuff. They're all there in the foundation. So I might do it again when we don't have anything to, when will we not have anything to play. But yeah, we'll do it again a different time. So I like them. And maybe I'll find the ones that are allowed to be read out that are not SCP or Lovecraft. Maybe from Reddit /NoSleep or /NoSleep. The ones that are good though, well, some of them are good. Great. No. I still have like, how much is this? The hot dogs, about maybe 100 grams of it. But I'm very full. It's gonna be my breakfast now, man. You didn't notice me while we were watching the live action video. Oh, having issues? What kind of issues? Is it not accepting the thing? Wow, what the issue? Because I think they changed a few. How do you call it? Ah, why is that? Hey, where is it? Oh, maybe in mine. Let me check on mine. In stream elements. We have the stream elements. How do you call it? The thing. Oh. Alerts. Oh, the alerts didn't show up. Is it here? It shows that I'm live. Really? Wait. Yeah, it's where in Gank? Let me check. Wait, did you use the stream elements for Ayone-sama? Yeah, it worked. Oh, for there? Uh-oh. Is it here? I am confused. Da 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 da. What? Uh-oh. Did it not show up? It's been like a year since I've accessed some of those. Huh? That's so juicy. Why are they? Oh well. The others are like that as well. Oh. I'm confused, Anna. Maybe. Yeah, there were more options before. The coffee one only needs Visa, MasterCard, or PayPal. It's still PayPal. When was the last time I posted here? During... When is this? It's been a long time. Yeah. They had to like limit it for some reason. I wonder if you can change that in your own settings of some kind. Papa. I don't have Stream Elements is not connected to my account yet. I mean, I have an account in it, but it's not connected to the receiving the PayPal one, I think. Yeah, wait. Total. Why does it do that? I'll ask Onesama about it because I don't talk with the gang people. She does. Tips. Yeah, I can't see it. Hi, Biscuity. Hello, Raiders. We're just about to end by hello, welcome, Soup Raid, Primordial Soup Raid. Welcome, everyone. Hello, how you doing? Wait, let's have. Would it show up? Biscuity. It's your ancient model. We'll have a new one.
Twilight Usagi has become soup. Okay, so, hello, I am Biscuit. I'm a primordial soup being and...
What was that? There's like this poop image. Rendering a sword and legs, yes. Rendering. The one that takes so long. Hi, Bisc. But yeah, thank you for coming in with your community. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest. If you need to go, you have something to do. But I'm just about to end as well. I'm just like yapping with people. Yeah. We read spoopy stuff, watched a couple of videos and stuff, and then we ate a lot of food. Well, I guess I did. I wonder if everyone else ate while we were like waiting and talking about the horrors. We were reading SCPs and Lovecraft short stories. And then we watched a few videos that are based on SCPs. Because there are a few that are very, very good. It was so good that they were hired by studios afterwards. Ethan! And thank you again for bringing your people over. Appreciate it. Art takes a lot of energy, agreed. Especially rendering. Line art and rendering. I think the one that does at your brain is on automatic is base colors. When it comes to line art and rendering, okay, have a good time, Scary, and everyone who came in with the Scary. Thank you. and have a good time. Oh yeah, maybe for those who don't know me, just dropped in from on a random stranger's stream. Hi, I'm WRENMARA Goodfellow, a resident Chaos-born VTuber. I play a variety of cozy, slow puzzle games, or one of those words in particular depends, and I sometimes do art. Hi, hello. Today was a reading spoopy stories day. So, yeah. Wait. What was it? What do you mean? That I'm sitting here? I'ma stand. But now. Kind bassy in the bottom of my shoes. Oh yeah, I'll sit back down. Wait, we're still yapping. How is it? Wait, I realize it's dark. Shall we turn on the desk light? Hello. My desk light is bright. Hello. I'm here. But yeah. Thank you everyone. As you can see, my food coma slowly gets settling in. Right, Red. I'm burping so much. But yeah, we're trying to finish up. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was saying, can you do it again sometime? But we have a few like games that we've been playing. I was thinking of like doing solo Stardew later. I was gonna say tomorrow, but it's already tomorrow, so it's later. And I just realized he's so bright. No, not that. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, we have lighting. But what we were talking about. Oh yeah, tomorrow later we might do Stardew solo. But if not, I might rest. But yeah, we'll I think I have one more DLC for Hidden Cats. How did you get recovered from all the burgers? Gave you a hard time again. Oh no, I'm sweating, beginning to sweat again because the food coma is slowly coming in. I'm gonna get some coffee, maybe to help digest it, maybe possibly. But yeah, I thank you all, and wait, chill with cats if you want to. Yeah. But later I might start you. If I don't end up resting all throughout the day, I'll do Stardew. Then Thursday, Friday. Wait, what day is it today? What day is the game? It's a Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, we'll have what? I don't know yet, but we'll have streams Thursday, Friday for sure. Wednesday is the one that's not sure, but you know my schedule. And of course, conditional with it's Tuesday, ain't it? And yeah, the thing with I don't know which games, but you know which days I usually stream. I'll do that. But of course, everything is conditional on the existence of a stable connection, because my ISP are minis. Yeah. My data is only up until 8 AM in a few hours. So hopefully the connection, the Wi-Fi connection is better later. But yeah, that's all for me. Hard to make my brain function when the grace, the hot dogs we've eaten is slowly putting me to sleep. Man, the lemonade didn't help, but it should have helped. Isn't sour foods keep you awake? Doesn't sour drinks keep you awake? This is... But yeah. That's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna have to go off and rest. Should I take another bath? Wait. But yeah, I need to wash the things on my desk now. Dishwashing in the middle of the night. With the wind and such. Right? Reading? Yeah. That's true. It's like we're trying to predict stuff as well. But yeah, it was a good one. I like it. It's okay. We all have our sausage fingers moments. How was it? What was I thinking of? But yeah, we'll have streams again soon. So I'll have to end for now. Wait, let me see. I won't be raiding. I'll just, cause the Astro's gonna be on different kinds of things. Wait, let me see. Or yeah, maybe. Yes. I will.
If you have enough money that you can afford $5,000 a month for a car, just...
Did you hear that? I didn't realize my desktop audio is still on. You've heard that. The person sounds like you for some reason. But yeah. Should turn that off. Okay. Let's stop. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, I'll see you all again soon. Same time, same place. Good luck. Take care and stay safe for those of you who are gonna go off gallivanting somewhere else. Please, if you see something anomalous, report to the nearest Foundation agent. Joke. Yeah. They were talking about GTA. There was a cutscene on GTA. And for those who are gonna be resting, rest well, have a good night and sweet dreams. See you again later next stream. But for now, remember to hydrate and feed regularly. And also, remember to be wild, be true, be steadfast. Good night, everyone. What was it that they say in the song? We never say goodbye. We only say good night. Good night. Wait, we'll go to my end card because mod. I wonder if it's gonna get caught by copyright. The video we watched? I wonder. I've been having problems with the Yatsu the couple days before because the songs. Apparently we should not play popular songs while we're doing a just chatting stream. I'll work on one cause they're gonna make it kablam, divide. Twitch didn't mute it, which is weird, because then YouTube went on and did. I don't know. Yeah. Good night. Thank you. water. Stay hydrated. The weather implies that we should be getting more water into our systems. Should also have a digestion. Come on, guys. Okay, bye bye. Where's my head gone? Oh, bye. He's here. He's here. Bye, everyone. We're gonna be back to our regularly scheduled incompetent gaming streams soon enough. Bye bye.